Life is loud, and the world moves fast. There are so many things that are constantly pulling for our attention: television, music, podcasts, social media. There is so much going on all the time. We fill ourselves with distraction because we don't want to face the internal thoughts that we have. We don't want to sit in quiet because we might be afraid of the thoughts that come up. I know that's the case for me. Usually when I'm driving in the car to work, or going for a walk or a run, or ironing the clothes, I'm always listening to something. For a while I used to listen to political podcasts or health podcasts or different things like that because I felt that I needed to be informed. But I don't think that more information is necessarily helpful for our human psyche. Sometimes I think less could be better. So, as a challenge recently, I have begun to take more moments of silence. I don't listen to podcasts or even music, in fact, really, in the car. Not any kind of mainstream artists, but I do listen to some gentle Olivia Wilde playlists. Probably in this month alone, I will make maybe the top 2% of her listeners on Spotify. I find myself being less interested in listening to different YouTube videos or news information while I am doing housework, and I prefer to do things just in the quiet. I also have become less interested in watching TV, watching movies, watching TV series in the afternoon because it's a habit that I've done for many years. Instead, I feel more called to quiet activities like reading. Even now, if I go for a walk or a run, I get annoyed with the music or whatever is playing through the headphones, and I tend to just prefer to enjoy the quiet. Which is a little bit ironic that I'm sitting out here making a video about enjoying the quiet in a space that seems to always make noise the second I want to come outside. My point is, we're not able to hear the still small voice if we are constantly surrounding ourselves with noise. Some people believe that still small voice is our conscience being our guide. Some may say it's our higher self speaking to us. And me personally, I think it's God. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah goes out onto the mountain to wait for God to show himself. And a great wind comes and shakes the mountains, but God is not in the wind. Then an earthquake comes and shakes the whole earth, but God is not in the earthquake. And then a great fire comes and destroys things, but God is also not in the fire. But soon, a still small voice speaks to Elijah. And it essentially asks him, Elijah, what are you doing here? And for context, Elijah was running from people who wanted to kill him. So he went out to hide in the wilderness. He was distracting himself, essentially. And I think sometimes that's what we do. We go and distract ourselves when we're facing problems. We don't want to think about them, problems with our job or our relationship. So we use the noise of television, movies, music, and social media to distract ourselves. I would like to challenge you to take some time to find quiet, to find some stillness. Obviously, it doesn't have to be perfectly quiet because I have dogs barking around and cars going by and different things like that happening. But not to fill your space with excess noise. Finding these quiet moments allows the still small voice to speak to you. That's kind of the purpose of this channel, is little reminders, especially to myself, to find moments of stillness, moments of clarity. And I'll share them along the way, and hopefully that will maybe inspire or help others. But again, reminders to myself to be quiet and listen to the still small voice. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, bye.